Hello, I'm live. Hi everyone. It's been a bit since I've done a stream. Been like a month. I'm here with the Gorduck pond. Now I'm trying to change my stream look up a little bit. I hope you guys like it. I made a video earlier today. And this stream is a follow-up to that video. I want to call some people. I want to get some people on. I want to say hi, everyone. Hello, Empty Hero, Ada Weiss, Nogim, everyone in the chat. My mic is not muted. You can hear me just fine. Borks, Memphis Mauler, George Gunt. It's good to see everyone. It's good that everyone's having a good day. Mormon Shaggy, not modded somehow. Mormon Shaggy's got to get that mod. Try Fox, Krell. Good to see everyone. I'm not going to go through the whole bullshit. Now, it's not muted. It's not muted. Don't you trick me like this. Anyways, I made a video earlier today. Just wanted to follow up. It's been a while since I've streamed also. I just wanted to get back into it, back into the groove, the feel of things. Somebody in the chat was asking what I'm live reacting to. And you'll have to find out. I'm not going to tell you, but I'll give you a hint. It's a thing in the thumbnail, dummy. I'm going to watch them try to explain their bullshit. I'm going to watch their side of this whole fucking power chat. I'm going to watch the Kino Casino. I have never once in my entire life, I swear to right hand of God, I watched the Golden Guns, but I've never watched an actual official episode of the Kino Casino. Never once. I will watch it now. What do you mean no sound? Let me see. I have sound. I have sound. We'll get to that. But I just want to start off slow. Working the thing. Stop trying to trick me with the muted. What if it happened? Stop crying wolf. What happens if I actually do have to? What happens if I do actually have? You know what the thing is? You're right. I don't have sound. I don't have the best sound, which is not the Kino Casino. But we need to. Before we start with this, we gotta do a little jam session. Here we go. Yes, this is live, the fourth plateau, and you're not getting modded again. Anyone who abuses their mod powers and actually like uses them, you're not getting remodded. Oh yeah. Woo! It's J Balvin time. Now, earlier today, I made a video about the whole PPP Warski thing with their goddamn power chat, whatever the fuck's going on. You know the bullshit. There's something on TV I should take a look at, and so god damn it. Fuck's sake. God damn it, there's something on fucking TV. God damn it. It's always fucking happens. I know this is not copy strike music. Don't worry, guys. We're good. Anyways, I was watching this bullshit on the whole fucking thing. I saw Josh's stream. I saw everyone bitching about it. I haven't watched the Kino Casino reaction. I just was told secondhand what they said. Now, first things first, we need to talk about. Can I just jam to J Balvin for a second? I want a Big Mac. No pickles, please. There we go. Medium fry. Cone ketchup. And an Oreo McFlurry. Of course. Oof. Now, I know it's not Metal Shaggy. I'm aware. It's J Balvin. Now, the thing I wanted to address and get back to, I made some mistakes in the video. I will correct those. I will correct the record here. I'm gonna correct the record for once and for all. Well, I will apologize for that. I'm not big on spreading disinformation about this. Stop calling me Slaphead. Ah! VC, we're gonna get into VC. Yeah, let's get into the VC. Yeah, we'll do some public call-ins. I'll do some... Yeah, they're talking about... Someone said that Flamenco is friends with Kino Corner. Maybe, should I do a reaction to the Flamenco song? I just heard it was like, hey, Flam, leave those kids alone. I don't know, man. That just seems like... It just seems silly to me. We'll go... I'm going to open up my my Google Voice. We'll get that going later. I won't actually... Now is not the time for phone calls, but yeah, we'll do voice calls later in a second here. We'll get everyone in. We'll jump people in. But before I'll finish my opening speech here. The problem that there is so one of the things I said was that PowerChat does not use a transaction fee. PowerChat, in fact, does do a transaction fee, approximately 10%. However, PvP and Warski are claiming, probably because they're friends with Kyler, who's friends with Lols, that they actually have a smaller than that. So I'm assuming they have like a deal where they get some of the fees like waived because they're friends. Even more bullshit. So not only are they using a service paid by Baked Alaska, but they're getting a special deal on a service owned by Baked Alaska that allows them to get paid less fees. They pay less fees and get more money for using PowerChat. That's why they decide to use it. And that's a fact. The PowerChat does, in fact, have service fees. And PvP and Warski get less because, well, who knows? Who fucking knows? I'm not sure. Oreos are garbage. I like Oreos. Yeah, no, they were promoting PowerChat, I would say. Directly they're promoting... if PowerChat Paypigs know this going in, they kind of deserve to get slapped on. You're not 100% wrong. Most of the people probably did not know, and they were just kind of trusted that this thing would be safe based on the word of PP and Warski. And, they fucked their fans, which is fine. I wouldn't disagree. I think, this is them fucking their fans over. Now, whether you think them fucking their fans over is based or not depends on your opinion of the fans of the Kino Casino. I actually don't have ill will to the fans. I know they're just catering to a public, that wants their shit. It's Kiwi Farms people, it's people like Drama people, it's probably a lot of Augie RFC people, kind of like crossover with the whole commentary community. They've crossed over into a wider swath of people who aren't into this shit. But it is what it is. Whole sector. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna chill out for a second. These people do want to get fucked, Shaggy. You're right. It's a big mistake donating to. If you put your credit card information into a website that ends with .live, you might be retarded. Just gonna say it. I feel for the people who are mad that their cards are getting charged or whatever, and I'm gonna put the receipts up because people, and we're gonna do a full reaction thing. But I'll probably do call-ins first before I go into the reaction. It's bullshit. On one hand, yeah, I feel bad for them. Oh, people getting fucked over. On the other, more important hand, you put your credit card information to a site with ended in .live, and you gave money to the Kino Casino. What were you expecting? This is what Paypigs are doing. That's what they're saying. That's what they're leading with. And maybe they're right. Maybe, who knows? I'm going to try and call some people and see if they're going to pick up. Let's see. I'll do a poll in the chat. I will, who should I call first? Who do I call? Should I call Axel and the Council of Evil and Shaggy and Daimo? Should I call Weasel? We'll see what the people want. Should I just call Shaggy? I bet I can just call Shaggy. Let me see. We'll call Shaggy right away. And I'm not going to keep you guys on for everyone to like get people say their shit. No, Weasel. No, this can't be happening, Weasel Bros. Glorious 240p. Am I in bad quality? Though I hear that the Kino Casino flag Shaggy. I will have Shaggy tell that story. It's his story to tell, not mine. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Get Surfer. I'll get Surfer on. We'll call everyone. We'll call the whole. We'll call the council first, and maybe we can add fucking Weasel in for a little bit to that call, maybe, and then drop him out afterwards. Maybe that's the best way to do it. We'll get these guys on.
Maybe that's the best one.
Hello. Oh, he dropped out. Shaggy picked up and then immediately left. Call the fucking people.
Oh, he dropped out. Shaggy picked up and then immediately left.
Yeah, hey, am I in?
People.
Yeah, you're in. Could you mute the stream?
Shaggy picked up.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to get the echo fixed. I just want to take a moment to laugh at Jeff Fader, Chauncey Fatsack, and all my other haters who are now on Fed lists because they were dumb enough to pay a fat man and a coke addict to gawk at retards. I don't know. Some people choose to pay for that sort of shit, but yeah, I may have been flagged by Ashton, you see. And my initial thought, honestly, was this was Warhammer being retarded again. But I was looking over at their little fucking ravine of a community, and I ain't seen no fucking smoke signals. I ain't heard no war drums, so I've been figuring it might not have been them. This is, you know, when they do some shit, they hoot and holler about it like a bunch of dirty fucking engines. So my take on this, you know, is that, like, my next thought was it would have been Suit yourself, but, you know, some of Suit's friends are my friends, and they've been pretty straight with me that, nah, Suit ain't doing this. So yeah, it looks like Ashton may actually be aware of... I didn't think Ashton fucking knew about me, quite frankly. I thought I was calling him names for purely my own entertainment. But I guess Perspicuity knows who I am, so maybe he does. Maybe he did flag that shit. I don't know. He has... For such a fat gut, he has a pretty thin skin by the looks of things.
Well, and Perspicuity is an interesting one. Oh, hold up. Someone's echoing pretty heavy. I'm not sure who that is.
I heard Perspicuity and Axel used to date. They had a passionate love affair.
Well, Perspicuity and Ashton broke up. I know PvP fired both Perspicuity and Godwinson. Little behind-the-scenes scuff. Godwinson and Perspicuity fired from the PvP verse. They are no longer allowed. They were cut from the team. They've been cut from the team.
How? Who did that? Whose decision was that?
I guess it was Ashton.
Godwinson?
Yeah, that's what Godwinson told Dymo. I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah.
I'd be suspicious of that, but if Ashton straight up fired Godwinson, and who was the other one?
He fired Godwinson and Perspicuity and also potentially some other people, but
this must be recent. This was back over
the diary shit with Vickers. This is what's with the diary over Vickers. So,
wow. But you know, he can't have, like, how does he turn these what should be pure victories into losses by having a massive autistic tantrum all over the fucking internet?
Yes, it's
what a retard.
It is truly.
Like, how does he keep shitting I know he can't shit in the toilet, right? Surfers told us that, but how does he keep shitting the bed? What the fuck?
I don't know. But
I guess the couch. He'd be shitting the couch.
Yes,
or the pile. That pile of trash he sleeps in.
Whatever the case. I wouldn't be surprised if Perspic flagged you down. You know, it could be Ashton. It's somebody, though. It's someone from their sphere, probably.
Someone. Well, what happened was I can't know because, like, I'm fucking doing my stream. All of a sudden, I get kind of hungry. I notice we ain't got no fucking Scooby snacks, so I decide, run out and get something to eat. Right? Like, just go grab something from the store. And while I'm out doing that, right, I accidentally leave my volume off. whatever. It's not like my content is like pay-to-view shit, right? It's not like appointment television. It's the Shaggy Snipe. But I get back, and I notice the sound's off, so I turn that on, and I start talking, and then I look, still something's up. And lo and behold, I've been flagged off YouTube for cyberbullying Ashton. Yes, apparently I'm bullying Ashton. That's now a thing.
Hey, what's up? It's DJ Axel in the voice chat.
Hey. You playing?
We're not playing Civ yet, man. We'll play Civ later.
I got out of bed for this.
Yeah, we're doing. I'm doing a live stream, man. We're talking
about. I got out of bed for this shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
When are we playing Civ?
I don't know. At some point later tonight, man. Sorry.
It is tonight.
Yeah, but
pissing me off.
Later, once I'm done with my stream. When I'm done with my stream, I'll play.
Ogre man.
Yeah, sorry, dude. My bad.
God damn. Fine.
Hey, do you want to talk about PPP and Warski?
No.
No.
Bye.
Bye.
Rise from your gay dreaming, Axel. Damn it. He's gone back to dream of sugar plums, faggots, and penises, and like furries, and all that other shit that he does.
Play Risk?
Oh, well.
We played Risk last night. We played Risk for a long time last time. We played tons of rounds. Surfer won almost every single round. Rudy Coleman won one round, but Surfer's like the best Risk player I've ever seen. Unironically, he's actually really fucking good at Risk. He's damn good at it, actually. Now.
Owned me right at the end there, though. Rudy did pretty well.
Yeah, well, he got lucky. I think he got lucky with his cards, honestly. Like, you know, you got kind of shafted on your cards and he got lucky, so it is what it is. But I will say this.
I used to play Magic the Gathering before it went gay.
That's not those kind of cards. In Risk, you get cards when you take territories, Shaggy.
Yeah, no, I know. I was into back. I didn't play tabletop games, but I did love collectible card games of all sorts growing up.
Yeah.
Ironically, not Yu-Gi-Oh, not some of the big ones, but I was a big fan of. I collected weird shit like the Star Trek trading card game. I collected that one. And Magic the Gathering, though, that was a big favorite of mine, and.
I'm going back to the topic at hand, if you don't mind. So, yes, I wouldn't be surprised if Ashton flagged you down, Shaggy, but importantly also, Perspic, despite being fired from Ashton, is still sweeping up for him. He's still claiming that it was Andy's power chat, not PPP's, and claiming that Ashton's innocent and that all this is independent.
Just because they're no longer engaged in business doesn't mean they're not having sex.
That's
so they
true.
still may be engaged romantically.
They could be, yeah. Anyways, if we want to go back to the subject at hand with power chat, I know some people were wondering whether they actually did delete messages, and I think they brought the live chat back for the stream, which is good. I'm not sure if that was just YouTube processing or whatever, but the live chat was brought back, but there were plenty of messages about power chat deleted all through the rest of the stream, and there were comments deleted all through the rest of the stream. So, a big sweep up shit. Yeah, I mean, Godwinson's been, you know, he was interested in the diary and he wanted it. You know, that was his big, he wanted to do something with the diary. I mean, they said so on the stream that Godwinson would be the one reading it if Perspic hadn't fucked up. Let me add moderator.
Yeah, you know what? The truth is, like, I'm just so shocked that I am doubting this is true because Godwinson has. Well, no. Here's the thing. Godwinson has way more charisma and personality than PPP. When PPP and Godwinson collaborate, he's the sidekick. And that's not usually his role. Usually he runs the show. But he's dealing like Godwinson is a lot more talented, or at least he used to be, than PPP. Now, the idea that Godwinson quit the show or fucking got pissed at PPP and fucking left, I could buy that, but I think PPP is too greedy, and I think he's self-aware enough to know that if he fires Godwinson, he's using a huge, massive load of talent. And usually,
I would disagree with this because I think PPP has convinced himself he is the talent. Him and Warski are the talent. They're the ones bringing in big money and big viewers, which is true.
Well, Warski is not a talent.
Let me finish my point, Shaggy. And the reason why I would believe the idea that he's been fired is because Godwinson was going against him, and he wanted to do something with the diary, and probably because he doesn't want to upset Vickers, one of his biggest pay pigs. PPP didn't do the diary shit. He didn't want to get involved. involved, so Godwinson went off on his own because he wanted to do something with this and make some good content out of it, and PvP said no, essentially. And
Well, I mean, all right. So, like, my take on it is like,
Worship told me while he was drunk that Godwinson was actually on the call, where Godwinson denied it, and Godwinson said, Persip told me that Godwinson didn't want the diary because he's retired. That it wasn't like a message from Damo to Persip to Godwinson, but Persip told me that Godwinson refused it directly because he's retired.
That's interesting, because that's not what Daimo explained the situation to me. That's not the situation I was aware of. But, you know, I mean, I honestly, it's all, I think it's just Persip probably bullshitting. I don't think I believe anything he says at this point, so what can you do? But Godwinson, whatever the case, it doesn't really matter. The main subject at hand here is not the diary. It's, in fact, this power chat shit. I think the big thing is, I mean, the main thing, right, is clearly that power chat. People worried about, you know, people were donating to I think, Tommy Lou way back in the day, a couple months ago. Before Kino Casino started, there was questionable shit about Power Chat because people who used Power Chat was having their cards stolen. And back at the beginning of June, a full month ago from today, on June 10th, someone said that they were having mysterious charges because after they started donating through Power Chat. That is something that did happen.
I have something to say. Perspicacity lied. You see, what Daimyo did is he said to Perspicacity, I will only give this diary to Godwinson, but not to you, Perspicacity. And then Perspicacity said, this isn't how this works. And that's when Daimyo pulled the offer. That's how that happened, man. It wasn't that Godwinson didn't want to read it. Godwinson wanted to read it. Like, if Perspicacity said that Godwinson didn't want to read it, he's lying.
We should maybe get Daimon here to explain his side, because I don't want to speak for the guy, but I was under the impression that him and Perspic and Godwinson were all on a fucking phone call, a Discord call together, talking about this, like negotiating terms. Whether that's actually the case, who knows? But whatever the case, I think the main question is that Perspic is no longer really directly involved with Ash, and I think they've had a minor falling out. And even though he's one of his biggest homosexual guards, he's no longer on the team anymore, whereas he was before.
Oh, so he's been kicked out of the 7, but he's still working for Vought.
I want to kill Perspicacity. I want to destroy him.
Maybe I'll do a poll in the chat after we do our internet drama stuff. Who would want? I'm assuming most of us. But also, the chat believes that it was PPP.
I want to kill him.
That flagged your channel down. Anyways, Axel, DJ Axel, our good friend, PO, pedophile gaming, whatever you want to call it. We will see. Yes.
Anyway, so
we'll ask if people want to watch Civ. Let's play Civ 5 after this. We can keep going. I'll stream
yes.
I'll stream.
Vote
that.
yes.
I'll stream yes to that. Yeah, I would do that. Anyways, back to the topic at hand.
I'm here for the topic. I'm not down to learn a board game right now.
Well, you can go when it's time to do Civ. Civ is also not a board game; it's a video game, Shaggy. So it's just different. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna probably watch a bit of what they have to say on Kino Casino. I'll line that up and watch it and kind of do some reaction to it. And also, do want to say power chat stuff. I think it's pretty obvious that there was suspicions that before Kino Casino even started. There were suspicions about its credibility, about its actual security usage. And if they've got like a specific deal with them to have less fucking fees, then that's bullshit. I played Pokemon Go for quite a while, ZXV, and most importantly, ZXV, I am tired of fucking ZXV constantly fucking A-logging me in chat. It's every fucking day I come in here and ZXV says, oh, Gahoole looks ugly. Oh, Gahoole looks like shit. I have lost more weight over this past couple months of my entire life. I am below 200 pounds. I am doing good with my life. ZXV, fuck you, ZXV. I say fuck you.
I've been waiting for them to come out with I would love a Lovecraft augmented reality game. That would be based as fuck if they had like also instead of fucking fat anime characters, you had the face like Eldritch horrors and shit.
Can we play Civ 5 yet?
No, we have to watch this fucking Kino Casino. Jojo!
What?
I have to watch the Kino
Civ
Casino.
5, please!
Not yet. In a bit. Okay. We also have to wait for Daimo to get back before we start, dude.
We must remember that the Daimo is now a gunted one. Having returned from online death, his word can no longer be trusted, having been, tainted by the Sped Force.
Yeah. Also, I guess is the volume too loud for Discord, guys? Let me know in the chat. I can turn the volume down. Probably my overall volume settings on Discord, honestly, more so.
I hope we don't get fucking flagged while reviewing PPP being a retard. That would suck.
We'll drop the. I'm at like 100 over like 200%. I'm gonna drop down to. I'm gonna drop down to like 120. That's better.
Sorry about that. Just trying to set shit up here.
That's what I think about you and your stupid live stream. I want to play games.
We'll play him in a bit. Slow your roll. Calm down.
So, speaking of games, when is Gunt 64 gonna be finished?
Never. I people shat on Tux.
Well, it was probably consensual. Knowing Tux, it was probably consensual when that happened. I'm sure a lot of people have taken a shit on Tux knowing the things he's into. But that's really not relevant to Gunt 64. Like, if people are taking a shit on Tux, it's probably the least degenerate thing he's done within the past year.
You know what? Tux, I don't want to... Hey, Axel, listen, I know you're upset because your wife, Singed Halo, was the one who was having e-sex with Tux, and she was the one who exposed him. That's what happened to your wife when Tux went down on her on the internet. Do it again. Fuck you. Whoever's sweeping ZXV is fucked. Let me see if I can add. I'll have to add them as a mod now. Anyways. Tux, I don't know what the fuck you want me to talk about Tux before, but I'm gonna watch some of this PvP talking. This is my first time ever watching the Kino Casino. Let me pull this up.
I just want to know when I can play as Gunted Wario in my favorite childhood game of
Gunted Wario. 64. I like Mario 64. Why is there no Super Gun 64 A button challenge? When can we see Ethan Ralph do 5,000 backwards long jumps to get to the secret star? And when can we see him do Watch for Rolling Rocks and half an A press?
And a roommate that was up.
Do I even fucking want to watch this? Here's my live. Here's my live reaction to PPP. This is my live reaction to what he's becoming. Here's my thing.
The house, I believe. He was a programmer. That's an IP2 stream by an alcoholic named Weasel.
Oh no, PPP, I'm laughing at you on the internet again.
This is fucking boring. What the fuck am I doing? Do I miss PPP? No. I honestly think the content's better. Can I tell you an unironic truth? My entire time I did shows with him, I never once watched like a single show he ever did because I didn't think this content was any good.
I used to like a lot of his takes and stuff.
Managed to create
it was his buddy. It was his buddy.
It was his buddy. So what it was Fools and a
No, we got it. I can't
house.
hear the Kino Casino audio on. Oh no, that makes sense because I have it muted.
Yeah.
That's add up. But I think I didn't really watch it yesterday. I maybe tuned in for like 2 minutes of it as they give their explanation about Power Chat.
Yeah.
It looks like PP's about to cry. And I think it's because he's moved into the new place. I don't know how much of it you covered on the show you did earlier. I was picking stones, so I didn't see that.
Mm-hmm.
But I you know, it's just the timeline. It's a tough timeline for it. He's like a month in. He probably just paid like $6,000 first and last for this place in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
You know, depending on who his roommate is, I don't know if he got into that or not. If the fucking succubus has crawled her way out of the pit. You know, climbed up the fucking fiery walls of the pit with her leather fucking talons dug deep the fucking walls, you know, and scratched her way out. But I don't know the timeline of that. It's a bad fucking timeline for him. But he looks like he's about to cry, from what I saw.
Well, let's watch a bit of this. I mean, he starts off immediately like making fun of it. I watched a bit of it before coming on. He starts off immediately making fun of it and like making light of it and say, "Oh, we're all feds now, ha 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 ha." But we'll watch and see.
He does it all the time. It's just so fucking greasy, and it never really, like, every time he gets caught, he tries to do that, and it's like, no.
50-50 between
you're stupid to be laughing with
This is my understanding of how the whole thing came together.
Yeah.
Now, the reason we have an account in the first...
How to get the volume. There's no way you could restream it into the Discord, Ollie. That would probably fuck up everyone else's volume.
Yeah, probably it would be kind of weird. Maybe I could try sharing my screen here. Let's try this. We'll see if it fucks up my my overall OBS stream quality. No, it hasn't really, so we're good.
Place is Kyler, who was Andy's co-host on Twisted Mind, was very friendly with the IP2 people. He went on some IP2 RVs, did some IP2 streams, stuff like this.
So woke up Axel so early he didn't even have time to put on his gate.
2 years ago now,
That's funny.
I think. Andy was actually one of the first people who got an account, and he had been using it ever since for donations. So that's why we were using it. Now, at the start of Kino Casino, I had a little bit of hesitation.
Hold on. Here's a fucking
bullshit.
hell of a guy.
That's a lie.
And you know how you know Gahoole is? Because in between every statement, he's taking deep breaths. Because he's nervous, because he's really fucking socially anxious in this moment, because he knows he's full of shit, there's like a big breath in between each line. And it's like he's out of breath as he's speaking, because he's overthinking it in his head. He's not breathing properly.
I thought that was just because he's a fat fucking whale.
Using Power Chat.
I'm sorry about my nose clicks. I do apologize. I'm trying to go to a doctor. I've got some fucking shit I gotta get an operation for, I think.
Who is very credible, very accurate, who is at the highest levels of the organization. And he said to me what had happened was the developer...
People aren't watching Kino Casino on here either. I'm not going to watch much of this. I'm going to watch about 5-10 minutes of this and then move on with my life. I just want to react to this and then move on. But I just want to say...
That was working
Dude,
on
there,
this
dude, did you
project
see
that
how
made
he goes... and he clears his throat? He does that whenever he's fucking pressured. You know, whenever he's fucking nervous, he always does that. If he's ever in conflict with anyone, he does that. He goes... You know, again and again. He'll do it again and again.
Happen on the back end. He had actually had a falling out with Baked Alaska because this insider in America First happened to show this very devout Catholic man, Baked Alaska asking a woman to show her tits, Baked Alaska macing people, Baked Alaska yelling out he loves cocaine. So this developer was disgusted with Yoba, and he basically locked both him and Lules out of the project for a long time. If you remember, there was a while there where Lules was people were trying to get Power Chat accounts from Lules. And Lules is like, I can't get you one because the developer is being a piece of shit.
He was angry,
So I was like, perfect. The guy's gone AWOL and is disillusioned with America First and Baked. And Lules is saying that he'll always uphold freedom of speech or whatever bullshit. So I was like, awesome. You know, this is a service where it's 0% payment.
Okay, here's important. Here's important. This is actually important why I want to listen to.
Fees. It's easy.
I can't hear jack shit.
It's on the fucking. You go to the stream and you click on it. And you have to click.
That's why I can't hear it. Fuck it.
Okay, 0% payment fees. Power Chat LLC may charge a service fee for each transaction on the platform. So they do charge service fees, but for Ralph and for PvP and Warpsk, I said Ralph. I'm fucking going insane. Juice One, what am I doing? I'm just covering the basis here. this is an important consideration. So PvP says straight up for that there are 0 service fees, but Power Chat is supposed to charge a service fee. And as a payment processor, if they don't charge a service fee, they don't stay fucking open. And how they pay taxes. You know? So this is fucking bullshit. They absolutely do charge a service fee, but PvP and Warski have a fucking free pass, probably because Warski is friends with this, probably was friends with Kyler, and they got in quick, you know? So they have a fucking free pass, and frankly, that's fucking suspicious. That's fucking weird as shit.
Look at Andy's fucking shady Barbary pirate eyes here. Like, he almost looks like the happy merchant, but he's like the frowny merchant. He's about to fucking scam somebody. Like, look at those eyes.
Yeah.
Well, how stupid do you have to fucking be to give these assholes money to do this?
Yeah. You got a good point, but right here, Power Chat LLC may charge a service fee for each transaction on the platform in addition to the payment processor fees. Power Chat LLC aims to have a total fee rate of approximately 10%, but for PvP and Warski, that payment fee is 0%. So how the fuck does Power Chat make money? Thank you. That's a great. You got a good point, DJ Axel. I think you have a great point.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, this is all, like, my honest opinion, right, was this was a shady back alley operation set up from the get-go. Anyone who decided to actually give these people money to reward their bad behavior, you know, this is a karmic justice upon them, that now, as a result of them being stupid, giggling retards online, they may be on some weird-ass fucking list of potential terrorists or God knows what. You know, don't give money to people who don't deserve it. Like, money is something you're supposed to earn in society. It's a reward for doing hard work. Don't let people make a living doing this shit. That's my take.
Yeah,
No,
I mean, we already said this before, so I'm just gonna. I can keep watching
And
this
Andy
thing,
had
but
been using it for a long time, so we kept using the.
It'd be one thing if they had a
the
job and they were also
service,
running this operation.
because there was
But these
no
stores, not like.
No risk.
Let's explain.
also-
Let's
Oh,
explain
fuck.
how it
I'll
actually
explain
Like,
how-
works.
You should give me money, King Cobra.
He'd be able to make a career doing this. To the degree he got an apartment based on this shit, he thought this was his job now.
yeah.
That's insane.
Oh, fuck.
But yeah, no, I mean,
That whole last minute, Andy just looked fucking worried as PvP was speaking, digging them into a hole. And Andy's now cut him off to give his explanation to try to clean it up. And just look at the look
knows
on
how this
PvP's
works.
face here.
Some people
How
were trying to say,
disappointed he is
oh,
in
they have
himself
your
for what he just said.
information. You input your address.
Yeah,
your
and
credit-
I see that. I do.
Piggybacks
I'm noticing
off
that. I'm
Google's
taking that in.
payment system.
And realistically,
X incorrect. Andy Warski saying they don't have any of your info and piggybacks off Google's payment system. X wrong. Incorrect. For tax purposes, they do in fact need to store on their information sheet to send to the fucking tax man, whether it's it's in America, so they can send to the IRS so they can pay their fucking taxes on this shit. They need to store your zip code, your credit card number, or at least the last 4 digits, transaction ID, and probably your name. So, yes, they may not have the full address if they're using the Google Piggyback, whatever, but they absolutely, Baked Alaska, who owns this company, absolutely has on his server that he owns, partially, if you donated, credit card number, zip code, your name. They have info. And they probably also have the rest of the info. Because I doubt they probably have the entire billing address stored. So they've got your docs. Because they have your billing address. Because they need it for taxes.
right. So at the end of
And
the
what's their
day,
tax fraud?
either Ashton knowingly works for America First, or he's so fucking stupid and autistic that despite all of this shit staring him in the face, he didn't get it.
Well, Shaggy, like, Ashton's uncle actually does work for CSIS. Like, I didn't make that up.
But
I
you
said
noticed
that
that
way
you had
back.
I didn't think
These
you
guys
did, but
know
like,
what's going on.
well, my sister works for the Washington Post. That don't mean shit.
Out to try.
Yeah, he looks fucking
Oh, he does.
miserable.
Donate through Power Chat.
He does.
You are
I mean, I think what it is
Power
that
Chat. You're signing
regardless
into
of whether they even
a
made their
Google
goal on this
account,
thing, I don't know
and
if
it
they did.
does it
But
through that payment service.
this is a hit to
Therefore, Power
their
Chat receives
income.
No
They're
information.
not going to be able to set
only
higher
thing
goals
that
than
we
$1,000
as
bucks
creators
now.
receive,
Whatever he does get,
and
he's
I've
going to
been
have to
clear
split
about
with
this
this
since day
cokehead.
one,
Um,
is
Like, if he
my
thought he could make a
PayPal
career doing
receives
this,
an email
that he could be
from
self-sufficient
your
by
PayPal.
being
So I
a
see
fucking-
your PayPal email and the name, right? This is
What?
going through every processor.
Anyway, yeah, he couldn't have possibly thought that this. Maybe he did. Maybe he thought
So-
that.
Worski here is coping because he's saying, "Oh, we have your PayPal, you know." And if you're using PayPal through PowerChat, yes, you're essentially just using PowerChat to route a PayPal donation to Andy Worski. That's what you're doing for whatever service they are other using. Which, if we go off of this, for Stripe, which is what they're also Stripe and Bitcoin. So if they're using Stripe, which is what they're saying it is, right? Then their information is routed through Stripe, as they say. However, you know, if they are routing it through, even if they're routing it through Stripe, with Stripe payment process, and I've used Stripe before, you still need to store the customer's goddamn zip code, last 4 digits of their card number, and their fucking probably their name, and probably more depending on what their fucking shit is. You choose what you store on this payment information, and you need that for tax purposes. So this is bullshit. This is just a lie. Just a lie that, oh, none of the information gets sent to Baked Alaska. Yes, it does. Otherwise, you could just set up Stripe on their fucking thing and, you know, attach a message, and they wouldn't need to use PowerChat at all, right? PowerChat's the middleman, so they don't have to fucking pay Stripe fees, because every time you go through Stripe, you pay a transaction fee, but PowerChat probably has a fucking system set up where it goes through them. It's just wrong. Stipe? It's not Stipe, it's Stripe. It's literally called Stripe. It's right there. I don't know what else to say. This is just wrong. I don't know what else to say. It's just bullshit.
This conspiracy still lives, and PPP is the new head of the snake.
Was anything in New Project 2 this bad, Server? Let's be real here. Was anything in New Project 2 as bad as Baked Alaska having the billing information and the payment information of everyone who super chatted to PPP? Was anything that bad that happened in New Project 2? Was anything this level? Really?
I don't know. That Chinese bank looks pretty shady.
That's true, yeah. Well, even without, but like this is shady as shit too. Like, what else is there to say?
Well, I mean, what would you expect? Let's just be real. Ashton set out from the beginning to become Ethan Ralph. Now, he may have flown too close to the sun. He may have realized that being Ethan Ralph isn't as fun as he thought. And he may be seeing now that sometimes, you know, when you're Ethan Ralph, you take an ass kicking or two in life. But if he's really fucking failed to live up to the mensch there on that one. I mean,
The thing is, to become the next Ralph, you need to kill Ralph, and he failed. Ralph still lives, and Ralph still... Honestly, one of the things that's really fucked with me is from an objective perspective level, Ralph has an incredibly good life. He's got a great life. He has a wife,
and here's the thing, right?
kids,
if you're gonna take it,
and they've had to resort to the point of just making lies up about Ralph to try and own him.
Yeah.
Like lying that he has AIDS, lying that he has cancer, lying that his wife left him, lying that his fiance left him, like lying that they have to like make shit up about him constantly to fucking own him.
Pissed. Oh, I want to get on that. I was pissed when I found out the pantsuit leaving thing was a lie. It's just like you're blatantly wasting the audience's time. And he's like, well, yeah, just give me money. I'm a fat fuck. And it's like, okay.
Well, and the idea that Ralph wears women's underwear or that he has like a butt plug or anything, it's all just bullshit. Ralph is such a fucking crazy motherfucker that we shouldn't have to make shit up about him. This is like if we started saying, this would be like when Chris Chan was the fucking main lolcow. I started saying, oh, Chris Chan murdered a guy in 2003. But trust me, guys, it's like there's enough crazy shit about Chris Chan. We don't just fucking make lies about him. Right?
If you're gonna take a shot at a Kang, you better not miss. You know, Ethan Ralph
Am I
is gonna
delusional?
be going after Ashton long after Ashton's lost his clout. When Ashton's star burns out, and it's burning out pretty quick.
Made up Ralph being married.
He doesn't have a year at this, and this is as high as he'll ever climb. You know, he might be done, but Ethan Ralph ain't gonna be done with him.
Well, here's the deal. So once I made up Ralph be married, I actually thought he was married. I didn't realize he wasn't. That is kind of fucking weird. I will apologize for that. That's wrong. He does have a fiance though, and I'm assuming I thought the whole thing with the bowling alley was their wedding. I thought they got married. I didn't realize that they hadn't.
No, Ralph is practicing marriage as it should be practiced, without the government and with multiple women.
Thanks, Shaggy. Anyways, I'm assuming Ralph will be married before the end of the year once like shit gets cooled down. I don't know why they wouldn't. It's fucking weird, you know. But he has a kid and he has a fiance who seems to be pretty committed to. And frankly, all this shit seems fucking insane. But they're just making up about him. Ralph is enough of a piece of shit. You don't need to make up lies about him to fucking own him, right? I mean, I'm not wrong. Like that, you don't need to like make shit up about him to fucking make funny videos about him. But they are, because they've run out of shit to make fun of him about. Because they only live on making fun of Ralph. If you go back to the beginning, if you go back to the very beginning of this, right, like the fucking Fuck Ralph Festival was supposed to be like the end where they stopped talking about Ralph after that. But the entire channel has been just them talking about it now. It's not fucking cool.
Influencers. The sad thing is,
what?
Way back when Ashton lived here, like months before he moved out, the A-logs were in his comments telling him that all his content was about Ralph and he couldn't do anything without Ralph. And PvP used to cry to me about that off camera, about how, they think I wouldn't be able to make content about Ralph. You know, I'm going to stop making content about Ralph. I'm so much more multifaceted than that. And he even went on a show. I can remember him going on a show at that time frame and making a joke about that. How everyone freaks out when Ethan Ralph farted, and he didn't want to be that guy, and now it really is. And that's the sad part about it, because I can remember him telling me that off camera.
Well, it's not just you know, it's like fucking people like Christorian X and Augustus Kino Shade and all these people on Twitter and all the people on fucking Kiwi Farms too. The entire fucking fan base has become like obsessed with like fucking poking holes in every single aspect of Ralph's life to try and get the next big own, the next big I got the biggest scoop. We got the big fuck you to Ralph again. They want to be that next moment. They want the next big crazy moment. So they keep.
Yeah.
But they got to make shit up now. Just like fucking. This is the problem, because I don't think Ralph. This is my whole point with my video at the end there, was that Ralph is a central character. Ralph is like the central figure in the lolcow community. Doesn't work because he's not Christian. He doesn't have that endless well of funny to make fun of. He's a cow that's been just about milk dry. It's just about done. And I can fucking feel this. I've been feeling this for years, right? I've been a little bit ahead of the curve on this, but you know, there's more shit that goes on. But Ralph, as a making fun of lolcow guy, probably done. Ralph as an entertainer probably will fucking persist forever. He's a fucking constant, like the goddamn fucking, you know, sun and death and shit, you know? And it just is difficult to like say,
ZXV says Flame is bitching about his life. Is that true, ZXV, or is that bullshit? Is Flame crying about how shit is hard since
I don't know about. Yeah, everyone's still A-logging the Ralph male is a legitimate psychopath. You're right. The Ralph A-logging can be funny, and it can be okay, but it's gone too far. It's boring now, and it's the people still doing it are fucking psychos.
Ralph is the sun. PvP
Please,
flew
help me.
close.
I am in Gahole's basement.
Break orbit.
That's DJ Axel doing a text-to-speech voice. Hi, DJ Axel. Do you want to play Civilization 5? Hello? It's pointless. Yeah, no, but the fucking Vickers gay ops.
Help me.
Hey, it's hi, DJ Axel.
Gahule is keeping me here against my will. I am a 10-year-old boy.
It's the fucking text-to-speech, DJ Axel. But yeah, Vickers just left.
He just got tied up in Axel's basement.
Mm-hmm.
Gahule told me I was going to get candy. I do not like his type of candy.
My house doesn't even have a basement. I mean, I have like there's a room, but it's like fucking occupied by like a fucking roommate. It's like a fucking.
It tastes salty and yucky.
No! Stop! Stop! No!
Please stop making me eat Gahule's salty and yucky candy.
Jesus Christ. What's your problem, man? We're waiting for Daimo to play this fucking Civ 5. I know you just want to play Civ 5, but we're waiting for him to come and be ready. We have to wait. So we're just talking about you until then. whatever.
Anyway, but yeah, no, I agree that like the Ralph shit is done. Like he gets angry and like it used to be about watching him scream at people, but like it's not authentic anymore. It's like just people trying to get him to scream for the sake of seeing him scream. I've always thought that was gay. I've always thought that was astroturf as fuck.
Yeah, but yes, we will be streaming Civ in a little bit. Once Dymo is done, we'll be streaming Civ. We'll be playing it all together. It'll be good quality content.
What's he doing?
Something with his family. He's busy, dude. He's got a life. Anyways, I'm gonna keep watching this for a bit, and then we'll see. I don't know.
For any
But
processor,
if you have a business PayPal account, though, it doesn't have to be your real name.
Exactly, or you can use a fake name or whatever. Or you can use a fake name.
Which is what every single person donating to any internet personality should be doing to ensure their privacy.
Like, it really does look like he's about to cry. Like, he's flustered.
The problem is not, they're talking too much about PayPal. The problem is not the PayPal option, right? That's not the problem, because PayPal is the trusted fucking website that you can put your info in and you won't get fucked. And if you do get fucked, you can sue them. And they're a big enough company that you can sue them and you'll be safe, right? The problem is PowerChat has just a fucking raw credit card option, which uses Stripe, right? It does, but...
Please, Gahoole, I do not want to eat any more of your yucky salty candy. I hate how it feels in my mouth when you put the candy in my mouth. It does not taste good at all. Can you please let me out of the basement, Gahoole? I'm not your child, what? I am a 10-year-old boy. Please, can anyone hear me? I need help. I have been in here for so long. Help me, help me.
Rape him harder. Rape him till he shuts the fuck up, Gahoole.
Shut up, Shaggy! Don't fucking hate. No!
Maybe if you give him more candy, he'll shut the fuck up. I'm tired of hearing him.
I'm just gonna keep watching this.
Just need to
Well,
stop
said
child in
that.
his
Also, real
basement.
fast.
Like, Ghoul's gonna bring him candy all the way from
As
America.
soon
Doesn't make a lot of
my
sense,
email,
to be
when
fair.
it's starting to show, it's like PayPal receipt, like PayPal emails like flooded.
Oh fuck!
I type
That
in
sip of the
PayPal,
water that
erase
PvP
everything,
just took. The
even
frown. That smile has been turned upside down.
They're focusing so hard on PayPal. The problem is not the PayPal. The problem is fucking the bareback credit card information, which you can put, which is an option on PowerChat. And a lot of the reasons people they're not using PayPal is because people get their PayPal's banned because they're fucking wignats or whatever, or they're afraid of they don't trust PayPal, right? So they're using just their bareback credit card on fucking PowerChat, or they decide not to use their PayPal on this. That's the problem. They're focusing so much on the PayPal to distract from the main problem, which is that your payment information has been given to Baked Alaska. That's the main problem.
You're right about it. And these guys know it. Like, the look of disappointment on PPP's face with his actions, that makes me think that the roommate he's living with probably is the succubus or one of these fucking e-girls. And if that's the case, the income for the apartment that's probably like fucking $2-3 grand a month in Toronto, PPP would be solely responsible for it. Like, if his roommate, there is a possibility he's living with his brother or something like that. In which case, like, his brother makes bank, so it doesn't matter if the donations cease. They'll still be able to take care of it. But after the first and last, PPP's gonna be broke. And if he can't fucking cover that apartment and the succubus is there with him, the succubus is gonna dig those fucking leather talons right through his gunt. She's gonna sink the fucking talons in and rip his heart out. And like his pancreas.
Well, if it's his American girlfriend, she can't go get a job to pay for the other half either, because she's in fucking Canada. She doesn't have a work visa, so she's fucked. Anyways, I need to raise Surfer's volume. Let me change. I'll change my voice, the Discord voice volume. Then 1 second. There we go, and we'll change Surfer to whatever. Or drop him to there we go.
Well, and there's probably feedback from my end, so I'm just muting it.
That's fair. Anyways, I just want to make a point. Again, there were suspicions about this shit way back in the beginning of June. It took a month. It took a month of this known suspicious shit for them to address it. So it's like they don't care. And it's a problem. It's like their main thing. And it's just like, when New Project 2 happened, this was a big fucking deal, and it ruined Dick Masterson. It almost ruined Ralph. It fucking hurt Josh. Josh still doesn't have a fucking way to pay for people to pay for Kiwi Farms anymore. Fucked him over. Fucked a ton of people over. And yeah, there was shady shit in fucking New Project 2. Correctly so. I think there's just as much evidence that fucking Power Chat is shady as shit. You know? And they willingly used it knowing it was shady. I think that's a big fucking deal, you know? It's fucking come around. He became Ralph, but now he's facing the now he's getting what he fucking dished out 2 years ago onto him.
That's the monkey paw wish. If you want to be Ralph, you gotta, eat from the same plate he does.
Yeah.
And that includes, getting exposed for this sort of shit, having people hate you, and having fucking shit blow up at the world. Ethan Ralph manages to handle living that life. He manages to turn every disaster into a paycheck. I don't know if PPP can do that. I think PPP needs things to be very much choreographed for him.
Donations? I don't check their stuff. That's why Beardson.
I don't think like this he's gonna be able to fucking laugh this all off.
Now this whole thing
we'll
that
see.
we have your credit card information, your address, like all this like personal info is complete bullshit. So that is how it actually works.
I don't doubt for a second that Andy Worski does not have access to your personal information. The problem is not that Andy Worski or PvP have access to your personal information. That's why you use a fucking front end like Power Chat. The problem is that Power Chat has access to that. Power Chat does, and Power Chat is owned by someone who is not trustworthy, Baked Alaska. That's the problem.
Yeah, would you trust the guy who fucking... Like, anything Baked Alaska's done. Like, I'm not going to name one instance. Just Baked Alaska. Well, like, literally the most obvious fucking Fed around.
The guy doesn't even love our cops and our law enforcement.
Oh, I'm sure he does. I'm sure he loves them long time. I'm sure he gives them a lot of, I'm sure he loves the cops and law enforcement with his mouth. It's not bad enough that the dude's family is all cut up on that shit for like 3 generations in. I mean, the guy is clearly, like, he may as well just wear a fucking neon sign that says federal informant. Like, how the fuck is he not in jail?
Well, maybe that's how he got PvP on board. Maybe he loved PvP's uncle with his mouth.
Well, here's a good question, Shaggy. Why is he not in jail? Fucking Baked Alaska has said on record, I would either go to jail or I have to be an informant. And he's not in jail, so what the fuck is he?
Yeah, no, he's an informant. He's clearly, like, it's not just obvious, it's, like, cartoonishly obvious. It's like the sort of fucking, you're a Canadian, you know Rocky and Bullwinkle. It's that sort of fucking spy that the Russians would use. It's so fucking fake that, he sort of wants you to catch on, because some part of him must feel bad about doing that to people whose only crime is actually listening to the fucker. Imagine being in a world where anyone who likes you, anyone who thinks you're cool, you're immediately obligated to turn those people over to the worst fucking people imaginable. That's gotta, like, even if you were one soulless motherfucking snake, that's gotta fucking slither in your belly a little. I would think.
Yeah. Well, what can you do? Oh, hey, Daimo's here in the chat. Hi, Daimo.
Oh, hey, Evil. I love your big voluptuous body.
I don't want this, DJ, actually. You gotta stop. It's not funny. Please.
My ogre wagrela.
Well.
Damn it, this is not the misadventures of Flapjack, Axel. This is not fucking Candy Island. Knock it the fuck off. Okay? You remember the misadventures of Flapjack? That was just the most fucked up show. You could make so many fucking... It was like a Adventure Time predecessor that was too fucked up.
No, I've never heard of Flapjack.
Oh, it's fucked. It's fucked in every way.
Well, I don't know what else to say about this. I just wanted to come on and talk with some people. I might take some phone calls. Honestly, I haven't done calls like that in a while. So, I don't know what else to say. I made my point. This is bullshit. It shouldn't be allowed. So, open up the call line if you
Well,
want.
it was a great cartoon, Shad King. I'm not saying it was bad. It was just disturbing. But it was definitely a good cartoon. It was better than Adventure Time, that's for fuck sure. It wasn't fucking gay propaganda. Like... I can just imagine Knuckles ending up in Ooh and saying, "Come on, Flapjack, all this candy will turn you gay." Fucking. Or worse, like Flapjack and Knuckles make it into Adventure Time Land and literally cannibalize people. It's like the most violent shit, like they murder Finn and Jake. Or fucking. That would be base. That would be base. Just like fucking like Knuckles literally eat like. Cannibalize, rapes princess and shit. I can imagine like the fucked up shit Knuckles would do if he made it into the Adventure Time world. Just it would be like a horror show. It would be like a pirate cannibal horror show.
Anyways, call line's open. I don't know. Maybe I'll call Weasel too in a second. I'll see if he wants to join in.
Yeah, this is about all I saw yesterday of the Kino Casino. I just saw the looks and the look of fear.
We'll watch a bit more then.
The
and how
tears welling
Elements,
up.
Streamlabs works, all these things work very similarly. Anyway.
I mean, basically what it is is...
Did you
it
see
goes
him
to
fucking
your
shaking his
information.
head there? Like, he was just shaking his head like a no, you know? Like he's disappointed with his actions. Saying, no, I shouldn't have done that.
Goes to the middleman of Google Payments. None of your information ever goes to PowerChat.
Ever.
The only thing that PowerChat does is it connects with Andy's PayPal account
With your
and the money
PayPal
goes
account.
into the PayPal
It's
account.
sort of like a funnel. It's a funnel.
That's how it works.
You don't put
That's
any.
how it works.
So anyone who's donated, you know for a
Just the
fact.
master
And
of
by the way,
gaslight.
if
You
we
know,
have-
I used to tell him that he was trying to gaslight me, and he used to lose his fucking mind about that. You know, he's trying to fucking fight me, and I'd call him out on his fucking gaslight.
Well, I mean, they wouldn't need to. If they just need to do if they're just all PayPal, they could just use PayPal. Why do they need PowerChat at all? Why do they need PowerChat's overhead? They could just have PayPal donations with fucking messages. That's how fucking King Cobra does it. You know, they could definitely. Why do they need PowerChat? And the answer is because PowerChat uses stuff that's not PayPal. So just lies and bullshit.
Had like years worth of people's
How is he gonna
information.
gaslight the succubus?
And, like,
Can't pay
what?
rent
That's
for the
ridiculous.
apartment
Obviously,
anymore.
that would not be cool. And if you ever find someone's payment processor where you're entering your information into a random website, don't do that. Okay? That's what you don't do.
So far as Baked Alaska owning a portion of it, that's not true. But
It is true. That's a lie. It is true. He does own half of it.
Say this, Nick Fuentes, and the reason we're not going to use it going forward is attempting, and this is what's been happening, is he's attempting to extort everybody who's using it for 25% of the profits, which is fucking insane. What he did to Lulz earlier this week was he called Lulz up and was like, well, you see, a lot of the people using it are cozy streamers, so if you don't start charging them 25% to use the service and kick it to me, I'm going to have all the cozy streamers stop using the payment platform. So we're going to stop using it because, first of all, we don't want any money going to Nick Fuentes in the future.
Thanks, Axel.
That's just not true. I don't know.
Currently, that's not the
Baked
case,
Alaska owns
but
it.
it's as though Nick might be trying to put a hostile takeover in place on the service. We don't want him making 25%, and we just figure it's best at this point.
So realistically,
to
I
move
could
on
just
from the
fucking
service.
turn it on
And
some
again,
shit so I could hear this, but it would. Oh wait, I think I know what I might be able to do.
We are in the works on our own alternative at this point.
Now, this is the fucking crazy one. This is the insane one. Oh, we're gonna you know, we're gonna fucking now, because Power Chat's fucked, we're gonna make our own payment platform, guys, and trust us, this one will be safe.
I bet you'll get his uncle to set it up. Yeah, no. Oh,
I mean, if his audience is dumb enough, if his audience is dumb enough to go this far, why wouldn't they be dumb enough to follow him onto some Mickey Mouse ass fucking jury rigged platform made of spit and duct tape? Why the fuck wouldn't they throw their money, you know, at that? That sounds like, personally. Thank you for that, Axel. Thank you. That was necessary.
Yeah. I'm not going to kick Shaggy.
Because there does need to be some sort of alternative to this service.
The audience, my A-logs here, they're very dedicated.
I want you all to know all your info is safe.
Well, there does need to be a fucking alternative PvP, or the succubus is going to rip your pancreas out.
Well, they have Stream Elements. They're probably going to get kicked off of Stream Elements at some point. That's the problem. They're probably going to get kicked off of Streamlabs, and they're probably going to get their PayPal fucked up eventually, right? That's going to happen. Right? That's what the plan. That's what probably is going to be fucking happen. But you know, what the fuck can you do?
The creator hated America First for a few months. Now they're starting to cozy, pardon the pun, back up to Nick. And to make everyone feel comfortable, we're disconnecting that completely. The people who did donate today through Power Chat, don't worry, Nick has not received
trying
any
to
of that money.
scapegoat Nick. Like, all it sounds like to me is Nick is being a smart fucking little Mexican businessman. If you follow their telegrams, like, Lules and Nick are still on good terms. It wasn't like it was just falling out between Lules and Nick. Lules made a post about how Nick is a good personal friend of his.
Well, and the reality is the claim that Baked Alaska doesn't own it is incorrect. We just know for a fact that Baked Alaska does in fact own half the company. He's the one who paid for the initial server startup costs. He's the one who funded this thing. He's the initial investor. So half of this company is owned by Baked Alaska and by proxy America First.
And they've probably known that this whole time, but they don't want to look like absolute hypocrites for supporting the fucking one of the two guys they based their whole show around A-Log.
Well, the problem is that they're not supporting them. As I said from the beginning, they say they pay basically 0% service fees on this thing, probably because they got a special deal with it, because they know they're gonna make a ton of money. You know, they're getting like they don't pay any fees to Power Chat. They don't. But everyone else in Power Chat does pay fees to Power Chat. So why is it that they're probably one of their biggest users, Kino Casino, is giving $0 to Power Chat? Well, then how is Power Chat making money off of this? How is the business do they operate if they can allow fucking 0% service fees? Probably because the information is being sold.
I'm a retard. Everyone gets a laugh at my expense, right? I didn't know to just click watch stream. I have I'm listening to a delay and all sorts. I'm fucking stupid, man.
Yeah, just watch this. You hit watch stream in Discord, yeah.
Oh, fuck. I am a retard. Hey, people think I think I'm smart. No, that's what my A-logs, every one of my A-logs, whoever said I think I'm smart, reveals that they think I'm smart. Fuck you.
Anyways, I'll watch a couple more minutes.
But we're preemptively ending our relationship with them.
We're transitioning over
Stream
to
Elements,
Stream Elements.
Yeah, and people have been donating on Stream Elements right now. We appreciate that, guys. And by the way, there's also a glitch now not showing anything, any of the people's info on Power Chat. It's falling apart. It's in shambles. So fuck that. Anyway, Stream Elements,
I mean,
links
the
down
service has been having a lot of issues displaying names and shit like this. So it's best to just move on from it.
Yeah.
But there is one guy who's very upset today and has decided to fire up a stream about it and accuse us of all sort of stuff that's not accurate.
Well, I don't know if I want to go into the whole Josh drama thing. I will say this. In this situation, I do side with Josh over PvP because I think Josh has a right to be upset.
Whoa, hold up there, buddy. Wasn't just a while ago they were talking about how much they wanted to go and smoke weed on the beach with Josh? And how Josh was like the coolest person and how much they would just love to hang out with Josh?
Yeah.
Was that them sucking Josh's dick just a few weeks back?
And even when PvP was here, PvP would say that off camera all the time.
And didn't I say, like,
he wanted Jamaica with Josh. He wanted to go fucking everywhere with God.
If he considers asking Lulz, not a hard guy to get a hold of. No, I haven't really talked to Lulz. You know, maybe
Well,
I
I
should,
did
but I
say-
don't want to. I mean, the reality is, like, it's known public knowledge that Baked Alaska partially owns this company. And, you know, if they're getting 0% service fees for some reason, you know, it's just not trustworthy, regardless of the fact. Maybe Lulz isn't doing anything, and maybe there's been no issues. But the reality is the possibility is there. The potential for issues is there, and there's a security risk. And also, frankly, there's been known issues with Power Chat where people are getting charges on their card that they weren't approved of. Specifically, people who don't use PayPal and just put their raw data into Power Chat. That has happened. It's been happening since fucking back in June.
No. Right. Well,
Well, it's not that I don't want to know the truth. It's that the problem is that Lulz may not know the full truth because there may be fucking issues with his system that he isn't aware of. And the reality is, it's a fucking security risk, regardless of what his opinion is and regardless of what his fucking truth is. Right? The reality is, there's fucking
to guesstimate that, you know, fucking Josh would rather get a fucking root canal than fucking spend the day on the beach smoking weed with Ashton. I don't think that this fucking Siberian-dwelling pepper eater wants to hang out with this fat, greasy fuck. I really don't think... I think that, as I said before, I think Josh's idea of a good time of having a party is doing exactly this with, like, 6 more people. So... it's just all gay. It's all really...
Juice has been lurking in the shadows. He's been waiting in the shadows ever since New Project 2 for his time to stab PvP back. But I just wanted to say, do you think that's the face that PvP makes when he kisses the succubus on the mouth?
Well, he can't kiss her on the mouth. He has her ass face first in the toilet. I think he kisses her somewhere else.
Well, he probably kisses her on the mouth afterwards.
Oh, yeah, afterwards. But I meant during.
All right. I don't know how much else I want to go into this. I think this is pretty clear. Like, I fucking said my piece. I can go through this whole thing and say it all, repeat it over again. I just want to talk base with you, Surfer, anyone else who wanted to talk about this. You know, I'm probably just going to... I left the voice calls open, but I'm not getting any calls in, so I'm not sure why that's happening. I don't know. I'm just not getting any calls in. If you guys want...
I'm very unpopular, apparently.
If you guys want to call in, we can call in. But I'm probably just going to call the stream here in a couple minutes, you know, unless someone wants to say something to it. But I don't know what else to say. I kind of got my 2 cents out there.
So the Daimo just told us that he, you know, he's going to rape you, is what he says. You might want to read that there.
Daimo says he's going to rape me? Okay.
Yeah, well, you might read it yourself.
Read what?
Who's got the fucking... That ain't me.
I don't know. To me, I guess the main takeaway with this, and someone sent me this message, and I don't see the Daimo thing saying he's gonna rape me anywhere. But you know, if he wants to, you know, he can come try, but it's not gonna go well. The thing I want to say with this is that, yeah, this is crazy internet drama. This is crazy internet drama, you know, and I feel bad kind of for PPP that he's got to go through this, but also, you know, at the end of the day, this has become his life, you know, and like this is a fucking direct attack on his livelihood, you know, and it's a fucking. I hope for his sake he fucking, you know, fixes his shit and, you know, gets shit going and like fucking rights his ship and starts doing stuff that isn't gonna fuck his life up, because it's just like every week the show seems to be fucking falling apart more and more, and there's more and more shit coming up, and no one's immune forever, no one's invincible forever, and I just...
We're getting a bad echo.
I'm sorry.
Getting an echo, a bad one.
I'll give it... someone's asking for a Gorduck story, and someone's calling me so I don't cry. We have a phone call.
Call from.
This is Alistair Mike.
To accept, press 1.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Gahoole, what's going on, my man? It's Alistair Mike, Rob. Good stream so far, not gonna lie.
Oh, that's good. How's it going, man?
I am doing fan-fucking-tastic. I just got done watching your little video about PPP, and I gotta say, man, pretty good shit.
Yeah. I don't know. That just kind of hit me that, like, you know, at the end of the day, like, I feel bad for the guy and he's panicking because, like, he's fucking gonna lose his money, you know, whatever. But this is his whole life now. This is what he has. This is it, you know?
He's only got himself to blame for this shit, so what can you do?
What can you do? What can you do? So, yeah, you got anything to say about the drama? Do you feel bad for PPP? You feel bad for Warski? You feel bad for any of these guys? You think this is what they deserve after all this shit?
No, I do not, because in the grand scheme of things, it's their fucking decision. If they want to destroy their goddamn lives, go right ahead. I'm just gonna sit back and watch the fucking fireworks.
What can you fucking do? I don't know what... The thing to me that I find weird with this whole thing is, I mean, I know... I think probably what happened is they got greedy because they got like 0% payment fee and they got lazy about it. But, you know, I mean, like, you should be covering your bases with this shit, especially when you're going after Bake so hard and you're going after fucking Nick so hard. To use their fucking... The payment processor that Bake basically, like, half owns as, like, the main investor of, it's just retarded. It's fucked up, you know?
No, I gotcha. I mean, that's what's going to happen to every single one of these people that want to make it big on the internet. Eventually, they're going to get fucking greedy, and then that's when all the backstabbing and all the gay ops and all that shit's going to happen. And then they're going to become the exact fucking locales they were making fun of before.
It's poetic. It's like poetry. It rhymes, you know? It's the same shit. I just... You know, when I made Conspiracy Theory, the idea behind it was to, like, hopefully... I mean, some of it was just for funny, just to shit on the guy, but also partially it was to shit on PPP. Some of it was to shit on PPP, but some of it was to say, what you're doing is wrong, right your path now while you still can. Because if you keep doing this, you're going to have a fucked up life. You know, things are not going to go well. You're choosing the wrong options. You're making bad decisions with your women and your life, and... You know, you shouldn't do this because you're going to fuck your whole fucking shit up. And he did. And then all this is it. And he's going to get, like, you know, he will reap what he sows. And I'm very happy to just be my own little thing on the internet and do my life and do what I got to do. But internet drama is pretty fucking gay. And it's been gay for a while, so what can you do?
It's been gay for fucking years. I mean, this is why I just prefer being... You know, who I am, just sitting back in the corner watching the retards tear themselves from limb. I mean, with people like fucking Ashton and Andy Warski, they're eventually going to learn the hard way why they shouldn't have dedicated their entire fucking lives to just taking a massive shit on Nick Fuentes and Ethan Ralph. Like, I got no problem personally pointing and laughing at Ralph whenever he does fucked up shit or goes on fucked up, goofy adventures. But I'm not going to dedicate 24 hours of my fucking life just to go after this bad alcoholic, mentally unhinged man from Virginia. It's just fucking gay.
Well, thanks for calling in, Alistair. Hope you have a good night, and we'll talk to you later.
My pleasure, girl. You have yourself a good night, too.
Yep, you have a good one. All right, sorry, the call's off. There's no way to accept them so you guys can hear what he says, so it's just fucking awkward if you can't.
Yeah, I couldn't fucking hear what you were saying. I could hear some of his shit. I don't care. It was whatever.
Well, this is it. You know, I think I'm gonna end the stream probably quick here, unless you guys have something else to say to wrap this up. You know, to conclude it.
Yeah, all my A-logs lose. Shaggy wins. Shaggy wins again. Shaggy was right.
Surfer, you got anything else to say?
What about Weasel? Did Weasel not want to call in?
Oh, I should call Weasel. I'll have to hang up with you guys and go call him quick. But then I'll call. We can call it back and play Civ after we're done. So. But yeah, no Dymo tonight. He's busy doing some real life shit. So probably no Civ 5 either on stream, guys. Sorry. I know I promised that. Maybe some other time I'll do some gaming stuff. Maybe later this week.
Well, I just want to know, when is the Pokemon battle between Bunsen and Angledangus going to happen?
You'll have to ask him. I don't know.
Yeah, Angledangus and Bunsen are supposed to fight.
All right. Well, you guys have a good night. I will be back later.
It's gonna be like a Pokemon battle, but with like a dog and a rabbit.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later. You have a good night.
Yep.
Yeah, Juice. Have a good night, go.
We'll talk to Weasel here, touch base with him. Maybe we can get some. Hello, is this Weasel?
Hey there.
Hey Weasel, how's it going? You hear any of this bullshit?
Oh, I can hear you properly. It's just audio's a little loud. There we go.
Sorry about the screech. Yeah, how's things hanging, man? It's been a while since we talked.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, we're still on stream, right? Or what?
Yeah, we're streaming.
Yeah, I know everything's pretty good. I mean, good lord. No, you need your hot takes on why everything's dead. I was seeing a lot of angry users going on about how you were condemning the gun for taking over, Cal. But
well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think if you look at the numbers, I mean, since there's a lot of other shit that why Cal died. But for me, my use of Cal died after the gun was the main focus because it doesn't interest me. Like, that's not what I want out of Cal.
No, true. But the user base of the people that were interested in the e-celeb thread was generally bigger than the ones that were actually posting in the main threads. Which is why it needed cyclicals, because, it just kept spawning new threads and pushing actually good threads out of the catalog.
Yeah.
And it's kind of unfortunate that it essentially mostly evolved into the e-celeb board now. But, there was a need for such a thing on 8chan, and there wasn't a dedicated board for it.
Yeah, that's true. One thing I will say about the cyclical is that on Linkschan it's fucking totally broken and loads like shit. Man, there's gotta be a better solution for it. I don't know. I don't think it's like tradition at this point, but man, that thing runs like fucking ass.
Well, yeah, that's because of Robbie's genius implementation of that fucking rainbow collar thing. I mean, it just chugs PCs like crazy. I think I've only now just gotten a phone that can actually load it within 2 minutes or something.
Yeah, it is fucking crazy. But no, you watch any of the fucking PvP fucking payment processor stuff, how he's using a fucking payment processor that was owned by Baked Alaska, and probably all the information was sent to the feds, and their cards are being charged fucking trace amounts of money off of their shit, people who donated to him.
Yeah, no, I know. And I mean, you get this because fucking Andy Warski's tied in with everything. The fucker has he knows all the IP2 people. He has friends in every corner, including people like Crowd and shit like that before. And yeah, no, he's gonna use his. And I don't even think it's malicious on his end. Maybe at this point where he's trying to soothe it over, because he probably actually trusts who Baked it is that runs it, right? Mm-hmm. And they get in via Lulz.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, genuinely, I don't think he's at this point he might just be clutching his shekels though. That's the other thing. And with PPP, I don't think he even really cares. I mean, he just wants other people to run the tech ends of his show, and he probably considers this a tech end.
But
at the end of the day, he's very willing to shit on his fans, make fools of them. It's a very Godwinson thing to do too. What did at some point he begged for a video game on Twitter, and then if somebody sends me the code to this fucking Nintendo game, I'll do a big stream doing something or something, and then somebody actually buys it, and he says, "Fuck you, this is a lesson, never taping." And honestly, that'll be PPP's ultimate reaction when all of this blows up, kind of inevitably, because all this AF shit is just on very shaky grounds.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing with this, I'm not going a bit on your end, by the way. The thing with it all is I feel like the whole career that's built up here is gonna fucking fall apart, and he's playing to make this as his income because he fucking can't get a job because he's too fat, and it's just, I don't know. Well, thanks for giving me your take. I don't know. It's just sad to see what the fucking this lolcow side of the internet's turned into with fucking Ralph, and I think the Ralph A-logs are fucking going insane. I think people back when it was just you guys and the cow guys, yeah, it was fun. It was light. It was kind of a group of people making fun of the guy, and there was still enough back and forth. It was still funny, and it was still now at this point, I think I'm more on Ralph's side than any of his fucking opponents.
No, and this is why the users on the thread are called unironic Ralpha males now, right? Because effectively, the A-logs have become so fucking bad, and this is one of the issues with having someone like PPP on your side. The guy just can't stop lying. So whatever the fuck he says, it's you can't take it seriously, even if it is real shit, because sometimes they do get their shit for real. But then making a giant giant thing about AIDS and shit, and like shooting pictures of his mouth. Like, Jesus Christ, there's enough to actually go off. And no, they've just made the anti-Ralph camp so fucking gay that some people haven't even, like, you know, left it, but just like pretending to be pro Ralph now, just to own the anti-Ralph crowd is a legitimate tactic.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, Dead Man's Ralph Mail. I'm now 1% Ralph Mail. I'm not 100% all the way there, but you know, it's time. We have to be. It's time to pick the side on like who's funny and who's not online, and
well, no,
who are these fucking people?
The thing. Like you're really not supposed to pick a side. It's only like when somebody like loses their shit about something, then you go the opposite direction to piss them off. That's kind of what's happening for the most part in the thread.
Right.
Although some people might feel some actual allegiance to him. But I will gladly
At this point,
give a hooray for Ethan Ralph.
It's at this point, like, you know, what's funny, you know, making fun of Ralph's actual faults and his actual crazy shit he does, or like the crazy lying makeup bullshit that we've got now. It's just oh, I've got an actual voice call. Can I take this quick?
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'll stay close.
Call from.
Bap, 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 bap.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello, you're on the line.
Okay.
What you doing over there, son? I'm gonna get you in the yeah, let's go, man.
Yeah, let's go, man. Hello? You still there? Hello? Hello? I'm gonna hang up. Hey, I'm back.
Oh, okay. I'm still... Okay, the caller hung up on my...
Yes.
I was short but sweet.
But yeah, no, that's what
yeah, PPP is a disgusting grifter and a hypocrite, but none of this should be surprising. And eventually there'll be some people that get so invested in the whole you know, Tartsky Casino. And that's just another thing. I think a lot of them are like more invested in PPP than Andy. And Andy is sort of, you know, a hanger-on because he's already, like, you know, gone down the drain a number of times and
I think
completely fucked this shit.
I think the majority of the audience now is worst case audience. I think PPP is the minority. I think majority of the people watching the show are watching it for Warski, not anyone else.
Warski, okay, maybe they're watching it for Warski, but PPP got way more viewers before this. Like, Andy couldn't like get any viewers until he started doing Kino Casino. So clearly, it's at least like a good amount of his initial viewers is probably from Ashton.
Yeah, I think the reason why he couldn't get viewers is because I think his YouTube got banned. I think he was like kind of forced to go off of different channels. I think the audience is mostly Warski's. I think that this PvP was not getting more viewers. PvP was dropping viewers before Warski came in. I think maybe it's the pairing of the two. You can make the argument it's the pairing of the two. They make a good pair. But, you know,
well, look, it's kind of funny. They draw him as Warski as the monkey and Ashton as the wheel grinder, but it's very much like Warski being the wheel grinder.
I think a good chunk of it.
He does the tech. He figures everything out. And
yeah, I think a good chunk of the fans come from like the commentary community, like Argy RFC or Nicholas Diorio or like, you know, Turkey Tom's like fans who like have like crossover and like they'll share this thing. It's like, oh, this is crazy stuff, like Medicare fans and stuff. Because like none of the people in the chat left on Kino Casino are like fucking PPP fans, the original, and most of those people have left, you know.
Well, yeah, and that's also the things. They aren't really true A-logs. They're just like e-celebs that got in like sort of a war.
Yeah,
but they're not really normal A-logs because like that's the thing. Like, they will gladly lie to you if they think it will make them a couple quick bucks to pay for their Toronto apartments or whatever.
Yeah, they left or they got banned. So that's what it is. But well, what do you? I guess when I sent my video, like this is like the end of like another fucking phone call. I guess people going crazy.
Call from.
What if God was one of us?
To accept, press.
Hi, you're on the air. Hello?
One of these nights at about 12 o'clock, this whole earth's gonna reel and rock. Things will tremble and cry for pain, for the Lord's gonna come in his heavenly airplane. Yeah, God is great. Yeah, God is good. Yeah. What if God was one of us? Just a slob like one of us. Just a stranger on the bus, trying to make his way home.
Wow. Oh, that was deep.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, no. It's just.
Well, final point about Kino Casino. Final point about Kino Casino before I drop out and call it a night. I guess. Well, I do want to take. What's your take on my take with like I think like that Ralph and like making Ralph the central figure as like caused the death of Cal and will cause the death of Kiwi Farms. Do you think I'm wrong on this? Do you think I'm incorrect, or I think I'm right?
The thing is, like, Ralph existing doesn't stop other news from happening, right? Like, there's always going to be, and like it kind of turned into the cyclical now because it is just e-celebs and their drama that's kind of overtaken everything. There is a chance that the same thing will happen to Kiwi Farms, and to an extent it probably already has. Like, I mean, I feel like most of the posts there are talking about these things, and then some people actually interested in these proper... Like, it's a transformation we can't really fucking stop. Like, I mean, there's people that can try to grift this into a community itself. Like, famously, Halsey tried to do something like it with making his own network for everything blood sports and shit. And honestly, it is pretty sad that we've never even been able to get the proper fucking catalog back from the old cow before everything exploded. And a lot of people just do not have the knowledge or everything saved to fucking remake those old threads. And this is not even, like, getting to people that never found the web ring again. Because a lot of people have just left, and users also atrophy. Because there's less and less people that are probably interested in, like, the old classic lol cows, and more people that want these fucking insane e-celebs that kind of just fuck up their lives on stream.
Yeah. I think that's a good point. It's a good point. I think the thing is I've noticed I've seen my site slowly lose servers. I've seen Cal slowly lose servers. And I think Kiwi Farms will slowly lose users as well. Let me another call.
Like there does need to be a place like this because there's always going to be people who do want to.
I'd like to order an extra large pepperoni.
I don't think that the losing users has much to do with it.
Hello, you're on the air. 1 second.
Hey, is this the Pizza Hut?
No, this is not Pizza Hut.
Is this the Burger King? I want to order an extra large pepperoni with sausage on it.
Okay, where do you want that?
I want to order it in St. Cloud, Minnesota right now. I need extra sausage and all the calories. I need all the gains. We gonna do it.
Okay. I'll order it to my house.
All right. How much is that gonna be?
It'll be $2.50.
All right. It'll be soon. I'll have your order in 7 minutes.
He just wants a pizza. Sorry, Weasel. He was funny.
No, it's okay. I was just listening to it. Or maybe I missed the punchline. I'm not sure. E-celeb sucks. Lol cow suck. I mean, it is all kind of a shit hobby to begin with, right? It's kind of endlessly fascinating, but what the fuck are you really doing? And if it all dies at some point, then so be it. Then maybe a new community will pop up in whatever the next generation's form of image boards is. Like Telegram groups or
it's Discord. Discord is the current area. Maybe Telegram is the future, but someone asked in the chat who the theories on who the swatter is. You have to tune into the next episode of Goutspiracy Theory to see that. I feel really bad. I want to apologize too for not making the Gunspiracy Matt Jarbo video. I have the footage filmed. I've had a crazy last couple of months in real life with not being able to do shit. I really feel bad. I think maybe once I move to Florida and finally settle down, I'll be able to like maybe make videos again. But I haven't been making a lot of content. I've been kind of like fucked off with real life stuff. But I think I'll come back to doing more like good shit once I'm back away once real life stuff is sorted out.
In real life. Don't feel the need to feel guilty about not releasing.
Well, I enjoy this and this is fun. And I want to do more stuff, but. Matt
Jarbo is going to be there next month and the month after and the year after and the year after. There's not really gonna.
Yeah, the swatting.
There will be only more content, not very much.
But I think the swatting will be covered in the Goutspiracy Theory, the one and only episode which will happen.
You mean the one who swatted Daimyo, or the one who swatted Vickers, or Medicare, or?
Yeah. All of them.
All of them as one person playing both sides against
Surfer. Vickers and Medicare are all one person. Who that person is, I'm gonna find out.
Daimyo as well?
Daimo, no, we know who Daimo. We know who swatted Daimo. So don't worry about that one. Anyways,
you don't mean the retard posting the voice clip in the thread, right?
Yeah, the guy who did it. I think I know who. We're pretty sure who did it. So we'll talk about it. We'll talk about that later. I won't give you much more.
I'll wait for the official response. Don't worry. You go play some Civ, nigga.
I'm gonna go play Civ, but I'm also gonna do a quick. Before I go play Civ, I'm gonna do. Someone requested. I'm gonna hang up. Good night, Weasel. Good night.
Later.
Someone did request that I do a Gorduck story, and I will do one Gorduck story for my fans. Hashtag for the fans. Final point, by the way, I had a very fun stream, and it was less than 2 hours long. The fucking last Kino Casino was 5.5 hours long. Stop it. I don't care what the fuck you're talking about. It does not need to be 5.5 hours long. I understand my limit of 2 hours is crazy for some people, but you do not need 5.5 hours of the Kino goddamn Casino. Stop it. Gorduck story time. Once upon a time, in a small village on a riverside village, in a riverside town in the state of Illinois, along the Fox River, there was a small man, a very small man, a man who was not large, not medium, not even petite. He was small. He was a tiny man. This was tiny for the old days too. This was back in the 1700s, when the Illinois was first being settled. This man was 4 foot 3 inches tall. Some may have called him a midget, but he wasn't proportioned like one. He was just a small, tiny little man. Now this small man, while he was small in stature, was large in courage, and a personality the size of a giant. And this man walked every day on his way to his farm. He walked from his house where he lived to the farm where he worked at, owned by one of his uncles. His uncle Philip owned this farm, and he worked there, and he was a farmhand there for Philip. So he walked from his house with his large wife, who was the tallest girl in the village, and she married the shortest man. Isn't that ironic? And they had many, many normal-sized children. And he walked every day down the river, alongside the riverbank, and he crossed the bridge that the people had built. But before then, he walked by the river and took drinks from the cool water, because it was still clean back in those days, washed his face, and prepared for his day of work. There was one day that Philip was walking to work, and his wife kissed him goodbye, and his kids waved goodbye, and he got ready, and he left the house, and people were waiting. Philip, his uncle, was waiting for him. And this man never showed up for work. Was never there. Philip, assuming maybe, his nephew, the small man, was sick, went over to the house and said, "Oh, is my nephew okay?" And the wife, she said, "I thought he was with you." They began to panic, because Philip was missing. Not Philip, Philip's the uncle. Philip's nephew, who I should name. I should tell you the name. Don't interrupt my story, you fucking piece of shit. Hello, you're on the air. Hello? Piece of shit. This man's name was Jerry. Now, Jerry was missing. And Philip, distraught at his favorite nephew gone missing, began to create a search party. And all the farmhands and Jerry's wife and their 2 children, they combed the riverside. They combed it and they combed it. When suddenly they found something. A very small-sized shoe was found on the riverbank. But leading off of it was a creek that no one was supposed to go down, a creek that went into the woods. Deep, deep into the woods of the Fox River. So they followed this creek up Jerry's wife, his children, Philip, the farm owner, they all followed up this creek to see if maybe he'd gone swept away, if he had gone hurt his leg or something. They followed it up when they smelled something. They smelled this horrible, musty, crusty, filthy yellow smell. A smell like a pig had taken a dump inside of a cow's ass and spat it out its mouth. One of the foulest smells that had ever been touched that had ever wafted past their noses. Everyone was aghast and said, "Oh, what is that smell?" But they proceeded upwards into the river because they knew they had to find Jerry. I'm not picking up.
Six Hexenhammer 666. To accept, press.
Hello, you're on the air. They crept up the creek and they came to a large clearing. Where in the clearing, they looked and looked and they found in the clearing a pile of bones and blood and flesh strewn about. They didn't know who it was at first until they grabbed the leg bone and realized that only a leg bone this short could belong to Jerry. The wife cried out, the children screamed, and Philip was silent. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. His beloved nephew Jerry, his favorite nephew Jerry, dead, his corpse before him, picked clean like a barbecue wing at an African man's buffet. He fell back and landed onto a pile of what he thought was moss. A big, green, flat pile of moss. When he fell back on it, it let out a large quack, quack. The quack came from the pile of moss. Philip jolted up, and he stood in fear as the moss pile rose behind him, and it stood tall, 7 feet tall, 9 inches. A whole mass of muscle, tension, and anger. A bill as long and wide as an oar's paddle, yellowed, covered in stains of blood. Fierce, violent claws stretched before Philip. This was the Gorduck, and it pounced upon Philip, and he managed to run away, and the whole town jolted up and grabbed their sticks, their searching sticks, and they beat the Gorduck, and they beat it down, and the Gorduck, enraged, scattered off into the woods, never to be seen again. But the town knew it was there. It lived among them until the day they died. They never went into the woods alone. They never left their doors open at night for fear the Gorduck might grab them. Everyone have a good night. Thanks for watching the stream. Sayonara. Let me play the music. Let me play the music. Let me play the music. Someone's calling me.
To accept, press 1. To send.
Hello, you're on the air.
Am I?
Yeah, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, buddy. You ever eat a pair of scrambled eggs?
Yeah, I have prepared scrambled
Man, the
eggs.
tension of Gorduck with all of that sinewy flesh dripping into every orifice, tasting it and licking it and getting all those nutrients running through your brain. I think it's a good thing to have.
Oh, I'm sorry.
す口づけ秘密だよ不思議だねただ一言も打ち明けず思いを二人とも肩も寄せず指も触れない唇だけ君も素敵だね微笑み残し去っていったおやすみ
おやすみおやすみなさい。